Is that music to our ears, Ben?
I doubt it. It seems a bit off-key at the moment, actually, for many of us, Ben. In fact, there are some really soggy scenes out there right now. A number of flood warnings in force, including in and around York, where you can see there is plenty of water around. The rain we've had today has not helped matters. A band of rain pushing northwards and eastwards. Some really heavy thundery downpours following on behind. Some big thunderstorms moving across the southeast corner right now. It is all driven, of course, by low pressure.
Good afternoon. Low pressure very much in charge. It's a really stubborn feature and we'll certainly know about that this afternoon with a combination of squally showers and the risk of thunder as well. And temperatures only reaching about 8 or 9 Celsius. Now for Thursday, it's a similar picture. Low pressure still in charge, but high pressure waiting in the wings by Friday. More in the way of sunshine and settled and dry for the weekend. Bye-bye.
Now let's cross to Sally, who's having some Christmas fun down at Hampton Court Palace. Sally, what's on the menu today?
What's on the menu, Charlene? I'm in a bauble and it's incredible. Sorry, I nicked that joke, but you've got to keep the good ones going. Now listen, Hampton Court Palace is looking very, very Christmassy. The royals have been so influential around Christmas. Apparently it was Queen Charlotte who introduced the Christmas tree and brought it here. If you come here, you can see this one. It's 20 feet. There's an ice skating rink. They've also got the Tudor kitchens where you can see the weird and wonderful things they used to eat. And earlier I got a tour. Quick heads up, it's a man's world in there, but if you like beer, you were laughing. Let's take a look. So here we are in front of one of the massive fireplaces at Hampton Court Palace. There would have been 6 of these in these kitchens. And so although it's freezing now, back in the day it must have been roasting. And you can see up the chimney, it's gone all black where the smoke and flames must have licked it. And if you come to visit, that will be on that fire. And sorry, veggies, there will be a piece of meat roasting on a spit. Now with me here is Richard, who is the food historian. Richard, how big were the kitchens compared to the palace?
Compared to the palace, they take up about a quarter of the ground floor area.
Blimey, a quarter. Gosh, imagine having a kitchen that big. And how many people would have worked in here?
So it averages at about 200.
And did you tell me earlier that they would all have been men?
All the ones that we've got records for, yes.
I mean, I think that's very sensible. Women, you're well out of it. And how many meals would they have had to cook a day?
Well, they're only cooking 2 meals a day, but they are cooking those meals for about 450 to 500 people, so it's nearly 1,000 covers.
Oh, I don't envy them that. Right, should we go and have a look and see what they actually cook for them? Okay, let's go over here. Right, Richard, this is a menu for who?
So this is for the King and the Queen for dinner.
Wow, and it looks like sort of an all-you-can-eat buffet?
Pretty much. It's a selection that you can choose from.
Okay, and on here, there's things like swan, stork. Would they actually eat stork?
If they're in season, yeah.
And larks?
Absolutely.
And then 6 gallons of beer?
As I say, it's a choice, so there's
Okay.
more than they can possibly consume.
Okay, because that is quite a lot at lunchtime. And then here, by comparison, the tiny menu for the servants.
But it's still more than most average people in the country would have.
Okay, and they still get beer.
They still get beer.
So a nice afternoon to come. Now, if you do get a chance to come here this Christmas, you could be making some things like these. Maybe these are all made of sugar and they're so intricate. And Richard, they made these because
they can.
Oh, to be absolutely minted. What was really Christmas all about in Tudor times, Richard?
It's about religion, it's about charity, and it's about gift giving.
Okay, and let's start with the gifts. What kind of gifts would they give?
Well, it depends on who you are. If you're the King or the Queen, you get some pretty nice gifts.
Well, what like?
So Elizabeth I, at the beginning of her reign, she's getting perfumed gloves, gold-covered shawls and gowns and things like that. And then midway through her reign, it seems to turn into cash, gold and cash.
Really?
Yeah.
She's a bit like a teenager. Oh, I love that. So if your teenager is asking for cash for Christmas, blame Elizabeth I. Listen, Richard, thank you so much for all those fantastic facts and have a very Merry Christmas.
And to you too.
Thank you.
Well, you're in your big coat down there, Sal, because it's so nippy. So what's it looking like for the rest of the week?
It is really nippy. My hands are really cold. If I was naughty, Charlene, and put them on your neck, you'd probably jump a mile. Unfortunately, I lost my gloves today. Good old Sal, hey. So for the rest of the week, it's a bit unsettled for the next couple of days. But actually, then it picks up a little bit as we go into Friday. Do you want all the details? Here they are. Hello again. Well, the good thing about late sunrises is that more of us get to see them, and isn't that absolutely gorgeous? The weather tomorrow, not so gorgeous, a bit cloudy and damp. It's going to feel a bit cooler as well. As we go through Friday and into the weekend, though, things do get more settled and milder. So they could get a bit of rain in the morning, improving into the afternoon, and then, of course, looking a bit more settled, as I said, from Friday and into the weekend. That's it from us all here at Hampton Court Palace. Have a lovely evening, and I'll see you later on. Cheerio.
Hello, thank you, Sophie. It's been a pretty grotty day for many of us today, with longer spells of rain towards the north, heavy thundery showers further south, such as here in Torquay in Devon, but some absolute beauties of shower clouds, of course, captured by some of our weather watchers. Now, it'll feel a bit more like this tomorrow. There will be some blue sky and sunshine developing, brightening up from the west, but just feeling briefly chillier with more of a northerly wind.
And I don't know about you, but I got caught in a downpour at lunchtime. Let's see what tomorrow holds. With the lovely Elizabeth. Hello.
Hello, thank you, Riz. Yeah, I got caught as well, and absolutely soaking, some really beefy showers out there earlier on today.
We've dried out, haven't we?
Yeah, certainly have now. But yeah, some really big, heavy, thundery showers out there. Just take a look at this shower cloud, absolute beauty here in Essex. I would not like to be flying in that, but yeah, that was taken at the airport, of course. As we go through tomorrow, in fact, for the rest of the week, then it will be turning drier. Still some wet weather around tomorrow. It'll be feeling quite bleak, quite chilly, I think, for much of the day tomorrow, with a cold northerly wind. But then for the rest of the week, turning a lot drier and milder. Well, because we've got high pressure building in from the south, quite a brisk westerly wind blowing as well. And that will help to keep the temperatures really quite stable. In fact, they'll be shooting up as we go through the weekend. Some very mild air. It'll still be windy. There won't be any frost or fog really to worry about. Should be able to see some sunshine on Friday, but we're still in that cooler feeling air for at least part of the day before it turns milder as we go through the weekend, back up into double figures. Rather windy, but staying dry. We could see some more rain on Tuesday, maybe colder feeling air at some point next week, Riz.
OK, thanks very much, Elizabeth. And I did notice the Christmas shoes, just saying.
It's been horrible, hasn't it, Alex?
It's been a fairly miserable day, actually, quite autumn-like out there, not particularly cold. In fact, that's going to be a theme as we head through the next few days. But it's, as you may be aware, it has been raining quite a lot today, and we still have a weather warning in place. That's going to be with us until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and that is up towards the northeast. In fact, earlier today, the Met Office extended that weather warning further inland westwards. So the totals are starting to mount up. That could well lead to some localised impacts as we head through the overnight period into tomorrow, because the rain is going to be stuck there for a good while longer. And with it being mild over the next few days, there's no chance of that precipitation turning to snow, because it's going to be getting milder. So initially quite damp and dull, but later on this week, high pressure moving in, so better conditions on the way for the south, and also a fair bit drier all around really as well.
OK, Alex, thank you.